Welcoming you to our mindfulness meditation for today. My name is Anne Grace, and I am the IWMF's Wellness Program Coordinator. I'm also a yoga therapist, and I have trained at the Penn Program for Mindfulness in their Foundations course. And I like to practice a lot of different kinds of meditation. So sometimes I weave things other than mindfulness meditation into our sessions, but we will do basic mindfulness and then we might sort of see where that goes. So let's get started by finding a posture that feels good to you. If you're really fatigued and depleted and you need more support, you might come to a comfortable armchair or even rest on a couch or bed. If you know that you just will fall instantly asleep and you want to try to maybe be present, maybe you sit up. And that could also be somewhere nice and comfy with supports, right? Like behind your head or neck. Looks really good, Catherine, what you've got going on there. So in today's practice, we're going to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness, the definition of mindfulness is present moment, non-judgmental awareness. And I kind of shrug my shoulders with the non-judgmental part because it's so hard. So we might just practice present moment awareness and see how that goes. And today, rather than focus on the mind part of mindfulness, we're going to focus on the being part, beingfulness, let's call it. So all we'll do is shift our awareness around to the various layers of our human experience. And I want to say right out of the gate that you're welcome here in whatever state of being you're in. You're welcome if you're watching and waiting, if you're undergoing treatment, if you need a break from talking about all of those things, right? Whatever state of being could be completely unrelated to Waldenstrom's. You could be a mess. You could have it all together, anything in between. So we're here in this community space to practice mindfulness. So let's start by finding that posture. Make any adjustments so you feel comfortable. Maybe send some little roots down so you can feel the support of whatever is holding you. Maybe it's the earth under your seat. Maybe it's the chair holding you, cradling you. And just for a moment, I want you to feel held by my intention to keep this a safe community space for you to be exactly as you are. So taking a moment to maybe get any wiggles or squiggles out. Maybe you want to simulate a yawn or move the head from side to side or just make a sigh. And we can just begin our practice of mindfulness by noticing what it feels like to be in the body right now. What does it feel like? The parts of the body that are touching something else, the chair or the couch. Feeling that support. Maybe you can just let yourself sink into it a bit. Noticing the whole back of the body. Noticing the whole front, the sides. Awareness of the sounds, perhaps, in the room around you. The sound of my voice, the sound of your own breath. And maybe we can take a few breaths to enter into this space together. Just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Drinking the breath in, allowing the breath to flow out. Feeling that air flowing in, the air flowing out, this exchange that we make, drawing breath in and releasing breath out. Just developing an awareness of what that feels like to you. To breathe. Where do you feel your breath in your body? And perhaps you can become more like an observer, watching the breath. Creating a little bit of distance from what's happening in our internal reaction to what is happening. Then if it's helpful, you could say inwardly to yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And just keep coming back to our breath. Wonderful place to rest awareness. And taking a few more breaths with awareness of this flowing in, flowing out. And just giving yourself maybe a few gold stars, just right now. You've already practiced mindfulness for a few minutes. You started by directing your awareness to your posture. You moved your awareness to the room around you. You moved your awareness to your breath. You stayed with that. You observed your state of being, and you did it in community with others, exploring what it is to be this person in this lifetime, in this moment. So mindfulness can help us be more present. Now, why do I want to be more present when bad things are happening? I don't, right? But what I'm doing is actually training in creating that distance so that I am aware of awareness itself. And this is tricky, but I'm just going to practice and I'm going to keep practicing. And every time my puppy-like mind runs away, I'm just going to give it some gentle reinforcement to come back and keep practicing directing my awareness at this amazing, rich tapestry of being that is being a human being on the planet Earth at this moment. And if I can practice that, I can perhaps become more resilient to the ups and downs. So I can flow with what is. So let's start at the beginning again. Maybe you want to stretch. Maybe you want to open your mouth, lick your lips, swallow, take a sip of water. And maybe you want to, let's say inwardly to yourself, I am present. And begin directing your awareness at the various layers of being. I can even direct awareness towards the thoughts themselves. I can allow the mind to be like an open sky and observe what types of thought clouds are passing through. My goal isn't to have no thoughts. It's just to observe what's happening. Maybe I'm feeling a certain way right now, and I can explore that and investigate that. Where in the body do I feel perhaps some emotion? And pointing my awareness there, investigating and exploring it, maybe breathing into it. I've created this little distance. I'm observing that I'm having this thought. I'm observing that I'm having this feeling. But I am not the thought and I am not the feeling. I am awareness itself. Coming back just to this next breath, and once again giving yourself gold stars for being in this body and mind fully, and for developing your awareness. Let it be like a light you can shine, a light that sees all and knows all, and can help you develop this sense of equanimity through all of the fluctuations. Oh, this is happening. I'm watching it. My awareness is my refuge. So let's take a moment to just let go of thoughts. Let's continue to focus on some sensations of breath. I like practicing with my eyes closed, but sometimes I might like to open my eyes. So just doing what feels good. And now we'll shift from observing, all of the layers of how we can be present, to maybe giving ourselves permission to sort of take a break from all of that mentally and allow ourselves to relax. So relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders, letting the muscles in the face smooth out, allowing the belly to soften. Just let the belly be full, soft. Letting the hands rest, letting the legs be heavy. And in this moment, maybe we'll do a short visualization. So I'll ask you just to take a moment in your mind's eye to visualize a flowing stream as you continue to breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you can imagine the sound of the little gurgle of a babbling brook. And you can see that stream flowing. Maybe it's on a gentle hillside. And in your mind's eye, just allow one leaf to drop right onto the surface and follow its journey with your mind's eye as it floats, effortlessly floats atop the water. And allow your body to surrender to this feeling of floating like a leaf on a stream, flowing with what is, flowing with change. flowing with uncertainty, flowing with stress, just letting go of pushing, letting go of doing, and letting go of expectation of a result. Let yourself be light, expansive, and maybe now allowing in your mind's eye a little bit of light to dance on the water of this stream. And that effervescence, allow that effervescence to enter into your being. A little bit of joy, a little bit of freedom. And as we come out of our visualization, we'll take we'll do one more exercise together. And this will be a short breath exercise called bee's breath. So for bee's breath, I'm creating sound, and this is like a vibration that if you're having anxiety and you want to drown out mental thought loops, it's one of my favorite breath practices. So I like to rest a hand on my heart, a hand on my belly. Breathe in, and as I exhale, I'm just creating a humming sound like that of a bee. And it doesn't have to sound like anything. It could just be atonal. Maybe a couple more breaths. Very good. Letting that go. And just taking a moment to observe how you're feeling. And what it's like after being still for a while. Maybe doing a bit of nothing for a while. And know that you can always come back to this space. You can drop into the breath. You can drop into bee's breath. You can visit the babbling brook in your mind's eye. You can be that leaf flowing with change, flowing with uncertainty. And above all, friends, please know that you are not alone. never alone, with our community of beautiful beings all over the world. So we'll close our practice today just by maybe taking the hands together at heart center if it's in your practice. And I'll just share the sound of one Om and 3 Shantis for peace. You can listen or join in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And thanking you so much for your practice. Namaste.